Broadcast. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Very good Monday morning, fellas. Good morning, Deepak. Thank you. Guys, today is John, Leo, Sam. Fellas, good morning. Today is Monday, April 11th. Guys, good morning. I hope you all had a great and wonderful weekend. Earl, good morning and welcome. There's the 8 o'clock bell. Fellas, if you are here on trial, good morning and welcome to the room. In about 5 minutes, what I'm going to do is I am going to go over the bots, go over the room. We do have 6 or 7 or 8 trials this morning. I don't recall, but nonetheless, I'll allow for people to check in, make sure everybody is here, so you guys know if you're on trial every day. I will be Monday through Thursday. I will be sending you a follow-up email with the room recording. Good morning, Paul. With the room recording. So if you folks would like to go back through and see the bot trades or whatever the case may be, morning, Hubba Hubba, you can do that. I will warn you in advance, it is an unedited version. So it's not like I've taken the 3 hours that were in the room and condensed it to 12 minutes. It is the full version, which is also posted to YouTube as well as Vimeo. So if anybody that's here on trial has not already followed me on YouTube or Vimeo, please feel free to do so. Additionally, if you would like to see past webinars, I have years worth of videos on YouTube and Vimeo. In any event, guys, good morning. I will quickly go over some bot trades. For my trials, hopefully y'all are in already. I did send out the email link and suggested that you guys are here at 8 o'clock. I'm hoping that everybody has joined us. It is only 8:01. But in any event, there are 3 bots that begin trading at 6 a.m. They would be gold. So gold has been trading. You'll notice this purple area on the robot. While the bot is on, the robot does not trade in purple areas. At 11 o'clock in the morning, this morning, and every day, you will notice that there will be a purple area as well. So the bot only trades outside of the purple areas as long as parameters have been met. Gold has taken today 2 trades. It took its first trade at 6:30. Once again, as a reminder, gold gets turned on at 6 a.m. So at 6:30, gold took a short, small winning trade, 11 ticks to first target. And then it took a long at 7:12 this morning, and it has gone to first, second, and now exceeding third target. Okay, so both these trades are complete. The second instrument that begins trading at 6 a.m. would be the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has kind of chopped it around a bit. Last week, the NASDAQ took 17 trades with 14 winners. You guys have seen that. I sent you an overview, and it had last week's and historical statistics. The first trade in gold, which was, NASDAQ, which was a short at 645, flipped into a long at 657 and was a small first target winner only. Okay, so 2 trades, 1 winner. There is a current trade on, which would be trade number 3, which took a short at 724. It has gotten first target. It is not quite to second target, and I have placed manually moved from second target to third target at 52 points. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. My sense is it will. And I'll cover charts in a bit. There is one last bot which begins trading at 6 a.m. That is the ES, and the ES has now put on a trade. So this is the first trade in the ES. And then at 11 o'clock, when the bots are done, I will, of course, go over all the bot trades. Good morning, Albert. I will go over all bot trades. Next to potentially trade, if there is a trade to take, will be crude. Crude comes on at, morning, Todd, 8:55, just ahead of the, good morning, Patrick, just ahead of the energy pit open. And last but not least, at 9:30 will be the Russell. The Russell will begin trading at 9:30. Those are the 5 primary bots. Now, I am also working with a new bot, which we'll see how today is the first day. This is the ES. This is a 24-hour robot, so this will trade from Sunday night. Last evening, I turned it on. You can see that line here. I turned this on last evening, and it will run until Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's 24 hours. Well, not quite, because the markets are closed from 5 to 6, but 23 hours. This will stay on all week. Okay? You guys that are here on trial, I will cover a little bit more of how the bot works and go over all of that, but I just wanted to get your feet wet. Additionally, throughout the week, you will see order flow trades. I will suggest trades as I see them in order flow. Some of you may be order flow traders now. Some of you may have never seen order flow, but this is my order flow indicator. It is not a third-party order flow. It is mine. It was built for me. Good morning, Ozzy. And I will be suggesting trades based on what I'm seeing in order flow. Let me quickly read the disclaimer, and then I'll go over charts which are coming to fruition based on what we have talked about. And this, of course, it's not there. I have to find it again. Based on what we talked about all last week. So we are moving lower. I am still holding all of my put positions. I have changed nothing. I told you guys I would let you know if I closed any puts out. I have no intentions of closing puts out. We are headed into the abyss, fellas. Here we go. Good morning, Francisco. Welcome, welcome. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. Last but not least, past performance is not indicative of future results. The fact that I may or may not be in a trade does not lend more or less credence to any trade. Please trade according to your own accounts. Please trade according to your tolerance for risk. All right, fellas. NASDAQ bot, which has hit now all 3 targets. Okay? So NASDAQ bot, NASDAQ short is closed. This last area here at 44.45 is the last bastion of hope for the ES. The last bastion. I do not anticipate that's going to hold. Though it has been tested, my sense is we will probably breach that. And if it does not quickly rebound back up through 44.45, we are going to trade down into this 44.15 to 20 zone on the ES. Okay? We will look for longs down here, and then we'll have 43.90 below that zone. But we are trading into this last area of support as I see it. Let me show you our charts. Things are, as they would say in the South, Things are fixing to get dicey. So Friday, last week, Thursday, this is the NASDAQ on the daily cloud. Last week, Thursday, we traded into the 50-day moving average. ES now has target 1 on the bot. Target 1 is hit and filled on the bot. Stop has gone to break even, and I have an open target. We'll see what we get. We traded into the 50 on Thursday, and we bounced significantly off the 50-day moving average. We anticipated that. We had the long there, right? On Friday, we tested that 50 again, bounced, not as meaningful, but we did get a bounce off the 50 again on Friday. And then at the end of the day, closed marginally lower than the 50. We are now selling off, as we had discussed last week, and as we expected, we are selling off through the cloud. The next area of support on the daily for the NASDAQ is this purple line here, which is the 52 period on the daily cloud, right? 105. Now, I with a few of the members, I go back and forth, and I have outlined this with Mac going back over a week. I have told him what I would expect, being as we all own puts. We should get a bounce off this 105. We should get a bounce. It may be an insignificant bounce. We could potentially drop down to S2 at 14,094 before the bounce. But this is an area of support. Again, I did send you last week's. Okay, Randy. I haven't heard from him yet. For those of you guys, just to give you statistics, which I gave you in the second, I sent you 2 emails. One is the link to get in the room. If you're here, you obviously received that. The second was historical numbers. And the bot's historical numbers have been exemplary. In any event, thank you, Randy, by the way. In any event, I still think we're going to get that 125, maybe on the open, and at the open it could blow through 125. No way of knowing. Earnings starts this week, fellas. Wednesday is the official start of earnings season. We will start with bank stocks. I suspect that they will have beaten, but forward guidance will be, good morning, Becky, and blessings to you. Forward guidance will be abysmal. I mean, if I look at companies like Amazon and some of the, retail sales have been horrible. I can't imagine that Amazon is going to have decent forward-looking guidance. We'll see. We'll see. Inflation is eating into Joe Biden's head. I'm sorry, the average American's pocketbook. A little early for Biden jokes. It'll be in the video for those trials that one, you guys can go back through it, but for those that may not be here, they can at least see this. So this bot is unlike any other. One, I will say with categoric certainty, it is the single most profitable day trading robot available, period, the end. If you look at Cannon Securities or Stryker Securities, there are some 4,000 robotic systems out there. If you look at their track records, they are less than impressive. And I say that tongue in cheek. They are less than impressive. The vast majority of them don't make any money. The ones that do are not day trading robots. And the ones that do don't make much money. Okay? We have averaged over the last 39 weeks $4,339.73 a week. That's the average. So over the last 39 completed weeks, the bot is up 169,000. Now, this bot has been available for the better part of 3.5 years. Only the last 39 weeks have I actually taken the time to track them overall. Prior to that, I tracked them individually. So gold might be down 1,000 today, NASDAQ might be up 5,000 today, the bots were up 4,000, right? So I never, up until 39 weeks ago, I did not track them as a group. But over the last 39 weeks, trading 3 contracts, the bot is up $169,000 and change. All right, that's gross. The bot is capable of trading micros or minis. And the way that this bot functions is, you will see these dark green arrows. Disregard these white arrows. You'll see them. You'll see some of these white arrows. Disregard those. The dark green is my long signal. The dark red is my short signal. Okay? This robot operates on a multi-time frame analysis of moving averages. As traders, I'm sure you've all traded moving averages. We're all familiar with moving averages. The way that this bot is configured is you are essentially, in the case of gold, right? You are essentially trading three charts, 3 different charts simultaneously. Those secondary time frames on the left, which are currently all green, and were green when this trade fired, this moving average crossed, allowed a trade to take place. Conversely, they were red when this crossed and allowed for this trade to take place. I point that out because people will oftentimes confuse this, our bot, with a simple moving average crossover. It is not. It is not. In order for a trade to take place, in this particular instance with gold, in order for this second trade to take place, there has to be several factors. One, these secondary time frames to the left would have to be green prior to your primary chart, in this case, the 3-minute crossing up. If these are green and that goes green, you will get a trade. Okay? You will notice that we have targets and stops identified. These targets and this stop, they are not a generic ATM, right? So I didn't just arbitrarily decide I wanted a 10-tick first target, a 30-tick second target, and a 42-tick third target. That's not a generic ATM. The robot is programmed as such that it calculates market volatility from trade to trade. So we're using average true range to plot stops and targets. So for instance, if you look here at this gold trade, your first target was 11 ticks. If you look at the second target, or the second trade, your first target was 10 ticks. In the first trade, your second target was identified as 33 ticks, now 30, 46 ticks, now 42. Market volatility died, or at least slowed down, right? So the trades are different. On any given trade, they could be demonstrably different. So you as a trader merely have to turn the bot on, right? We have a setting in there for time. These will all stop trading at 11 a.m. So one of the questions I frequently will get is, well, why do you stop the bots from trading at 11? Came up last week, comes up frequently. The reason the bots are done trading at 11 is because I usually close the room shortly thereafter. So if you are here on trial and you're aware that the bots start trading at 6, at least 3 of them, and you come in and I show you the trades that transpired from between 6 and 8, assuming there were trades, you can see those. If the bot stopped trading at 11 a.m., you know what the daily total was, right? You've seen it. You'll see all the trades at 11 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock this morning, I'm going to go through once again and say, okay, at 7:12 a.m., the bot took this trade. You can see it. Proof is in the pudding. What would be insignificant to you or anybody else is if we closed the room at 11 o'clock and let's just say the bot was up $1, and then you get a follow-up email from me a couple hours later, and I tell you the bot was up $2,700,000. You didn't see the trades. You had no way to verify that. The point I'm trying to make is the bot is capable of trading whenever the market is open. I merely choose to shut them off at 11 a.m. because that's when I close the room. So anyone that's on a trial or anyone that's considering purchasing a robotic system should know exactly what they have seen, not some phantom number, not some hypothetical, well, if you had done this, then you could have done that. No one cares. I don't care. I get calls all the time from people trying to sell me something. So if you compare our robot to some of the ones that, True Trader, some of these other ones that are out there, Able Systems, not one of them trade their own robot. Not one. Not one. A little disconcerting, but hey, whatever. So in any event, the first day, today, tomorrow might be a little confusing or a little bit, take a little bit to get used to. But by Wednesday, you guys should have a very good feel for what's going on in this room, what we do in this room, how I feel we are vastly different than every other room in the industry. And throughout the week, if you have any questions, excuse me, please feel free to type into the chat. And if you'd like to contact me, my telephone number is on the website. Feel free to call me on the bot. And now looks like it wants to try to reverse into a long. Let me take a look at crude. NASDAQ's already working back down. I would say this is long. I would say it's long. If it comes up through 10, it's going to definitely go long. All right, guys, stop. And it just flipped into a long. It flipped into a long. So it reversed, went long. So for my trials, you can see that this took the short, but reversed when the secondary time frames went green. Small loss. There's target one filled. 22 ticks. Okay. Neither did Mimi, so you guys are both better shape. Nice job, up $1,600 on the bots. All right, guys, I'm going to take my breakfast break. I will be back momentarily. Come on, get that first. There's first target on the Russell. All right, let's see what we can come up with here, guys. NASDAQ floating in the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere. Some buyers on the open. No direction right now on the NASDAQ. If I had to take a trade, it's short. Watch the short. NASDAQ is chopping. Just chopping. ES not doing anything. YM is bid. There's your short. I missed it. Not paying attention, but short. That's nothing. Insignificant. Net market open. Insignificant. There's your short, fellas. NASDAQ is shorts, guys. It's just shorts. If we break this 27, this is going to get hairy for the NASDAQ. We did break it. ES going to come into that 45. Small block buyer there. Small block buyer there. Came to 116. We basically held that 125. This may be where we can get a bounce. If this 120.15 area goes, man, this is a dump. I think we come down to 14,095 first, but we'll see what we get. Let me take a look at the other stuff. YM is bid. YM is long. I can live with the YM long if you trade it. I don't. ES holding that support. I do not think NASDAQ holds support. I do not think this bottom holds on the NASDAQ. I think they're going to flush it to 95. Buyers. Sellers right back in. Should come to 95, guys. NASDAQ should come to 95. $105. Okay. Crude is hanging in there. Gold looks like it may flip. ES is holding 45 for the moment. Hasn't really tested it. It's come close. So if you caught that NASDAQ short, good. PWLO getting blasted. Down $5 on the open. Qs at that 344. Qs are holding support. Qs are holding support on the 52 period. ES has buyers probably back up to 62, maybe 63, but you've got a 50, you've got a 98, a 52, a 50 and 52, nothing. Close above 238. I would not count on that. Maybe. All right, guys. I'm looking for a small long here. Maybe 158. Gold staying bid. Small buyers in here. Come on, do something. So if I were to attempt a long at the moment, this is where it would be. We're coming down to that 95 first. We're sitting on support in here and it's holding support. So now I'm watching for a long right in this area. Small buyers though, guys. There's no size buyers. And we have a bot trade somewhere. No, not on mine. Big bids here at 120. Not much of a bid, 49 contracts. There's a 21 buyer, nothing. Nice job, Lori. Up $2,000 and done. Caught the short. Nice. Still think we're going to get this 95 out of the way first. The only thing holding the NASDAQ at the moment, guys, cash is a big gap down. And we're losing support on the Qs. This could get ugly. This could get really ugly. Okay. I don't have any reason to want to be long. ES is breaking 45. Let me see if we have block sellers in there because that's a short. NASDAQ is short. 44.20 doesn't preclude a bounce, but it's shorts, guys. NASDAQ is shorts. There it goes. I'm sorry, ES. There it goes. Target is 44.20, or as you see fit for your accounts. I like 44.16 for the bounce. That's the 50-day moving average. We're sitting on a pivot on the ES. There's a 129 seller at 40. I showed you guys this earlier. I go to a 5 minute. I told you I did not think that dotted line would hold again. That is now resistance. Excuse me. Crude is rolling over. All right, NASDAQ, what are you going to do? I'm looking for a long now here, 28.5, maybe up to 40 if you guys want to try a long. Up to 40, target one. Mimi, don't believe that. Do not believe that. Buyers tried, still trying. All right, got our first target here, guys. Now it's a free trade. See if we can get a bounce. Yeah, I don't buy into these time factors, Mimi. Just because it happened before, it's meaningless to me. I trade what I see, not what I think. What I think is we're headed to hell in a handbasket in the next 3 to 6 months. If it takes that long. All right. Out on the runner, guys. Small winner. Small, insignificant trade. ES now pressing that 45 area. He's trying to get back above that line in the sand, but I don't think this is going far. It may, but I don't think we go far. NASDAQ still swirling around. Looks like it wants to pop up to 71. I'm going to try this long again, guys, with a 68 target. Call it 67 for, I only have 2 on, damn it. All right, there's target. There's target. I don't think this gets above 80. It might. VIX is up 8%, 2290. All right, out. Another crappy first target. Everybody good, guys? I have no bot trade, so I had nothing to show on the bot. Everybody good? You guys able to keep up my trials? Okay, Jeff. Watch this little M break here. Another small short. Into a rising 68, right? Let's see what's at 945. This is a short with a stop above 89, but I'd like to get it a little higher. Maybe back to 72, 73. Crude is rolling over on the bot. All right, back into this resistance. Let's see if we can get through here. This could trade 202. This can trade 202 now. Right back to VWAP. We've had buyers, guys, for 12 minutes. They bought the negative delta down to 1,300 and change. ES back testing that 45. I will sell the ES on the first 5-minute close below 45. Clear? First 5-minute close below 45. Don't have it. NASDAQ, I think, can trade to 202 to slightly higher. Maybe 210. I would definitely sell that. All right, crude is short on the bot. I believe this is trade number 3. It is. You guys may be hearing those target filled. Those are the other bots I'm running. I'm not paying any attention to them. I'll show them, but I'm not paying any attention to them. They're not the normal 5. You got a long on the NASDAQ, guys, to 200, it looks like. 202. Everybody good so far, guys? I'm trying, to slow it down, especially for trials. There's a 50, a 50, a 65. All small stuff here, guys. 129 on the bottom. Looks like this wants VWAP to 57, 56. I'm not interested in this trade, but gold has sellers. Gold, if it breaks below 56.7, will probably trade 50. FYI, 56, maybe 56.2. Looks like it'll trade 50. NASDAQ, long, long, long. Here comes that 202. Yeah, we're going to get 202. We should get 202. Your first target may be 199. You got a 90 block seller at 200. All right, now we have yet another bot trade on this NASDAQ, which is killing itself today. I don't even know what trade this is anymore. 6, maybe 7. Highly unusual. Hourly is still trying to push up. Small time frame is futzing around. Right back to where we broke from. Here's some support here. You can try a small long again. This has work to do, but if this gets above 72, should be a nice trade. You can take first target off maybe 68 is what I have. 67, 68 if you want. Don't you do that. Guys, believe me when I tell you, I'm not intentionally trying to get scalps here. Come on, give me that dang target. Come on, push. Push. Guys, as always, trade them as you see fit for your accounts. We're holding some support. We're trying to bounce. There it is. Target filled. Now free. It's 3 trades, 3 winners here. I'm still trying to get to 202. I am on the close button. Come on, bounce. 300 sellers, 308, 316, blah, 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 blah. All right. Small net buyers here. The 76, 77, 78 area is kind of our problematic area. If you guys want, to take your risk off, take it off. If you're still running them, small first target win again. We really haven't had any runners in either direction. NASDAQ is simply holding the 52 period on the daily cloud. That is it. If that breaks, this is, all right, out of here. If that breaks, this is going to get whitewashed. Gold is breaking. There's your 56.2. I think gold comes to 50. We do have some support here at 54.4, but I think that breaks and you see 50. Is everybody good? Is everybody good? Okay, Albert. Small winner so far, guys. We could pull back to 32 here. We're right in the middle of nowhere, fellas. We're kind of between here and there. Sellers back over 2,000 net sellers. The bot's just freaking killing me. Seriously, killing me. So is this damn crude. I still think this sucker is trying to move up. What time is it? 9:56. Yeah, long again. This wants to bid. Small seller. The selling is starting to dissipate. Now net buyers. Small buyers. We're just stuck. We will probably be stuck until the 10 o'clock bars. Another couple of minutes. This would be my long here. $66, call it. I want the candle to close above that line, not pierce it. Anybody sold the 54, you got 2 handles out of it so far in gold. Out on crude on the bot. Going to be out on the NASDAQ as well. No. Chop, fellas. Chop. I have no trades. I don't trade Russell. It was long. I don't trade it. It's short here. Out on NASDAQ. $10 o'clock, we've got nothing. Nothing at all. We're not getting. Still. Here, I'll show you. The only thing that's holding the NASDAQ right now on the daily, look. I want it over that line. 600 buyers in this candle. 3-minute bar. Got to really get above 06, but all right. Come on, give me 29. 29 is what I'd like, fellas. Trade them as you see fit, but 29 is. Push. A little more. Come on. Poquito más. Let's go. We probably need 21 to go. Guys, as always, trade for your account. Hey, Don. Good morning. I'll be better if this goes to 28.29. Next 10-minute bar, not for a bit. Yeah. Come on, get up through 17, 18. Come on. Boy, I like them when they just go. We do have a bot trade. Short on the Russell. The EU will intensify weapons deliveries to the Ukraine. I'll bring that Russell bot over momentarily. Come on, NASDAQ, chump. Yeah, big seller here. Come on, it's got to hold here, fellas, and get back up through 2 or 3. Russell got target 1 in the bot. I'll bring that over in a minute. Man, small, 6 sellers, 10 sellers, 9 sellers. There's no real sellers in here on the 3-minute. Nah, they're losing them 100 sellers. I'm going to be out here in a second, guys. I'm out. Fudge, man. This damn NASDAQ is giving me fits today. I still don't think it's coming to air it goes. It's trying to work higher, guys. Now it's stuck. It had moved above the pivot, now back below the pivot, and trying to move back above. This is trade number 3. We have had 3 winning trades on the Russell. Unfortunately, only, well, we may get, there's target 2. And it looks like we're going to get trade number 3 here. There it is. That may have hit to the, no. Missed by a single tick. 1 tick. There it is. Got it. All 3 targets hit on the Russell. ES working down toward that 21. Big buyers here at 34 quarter. You have a 144 and a 113. The big bid, 32 contracts to buy at 17.5. There is no big bid. That's the ES. Anybody still holding ES? Okay. Guys, I think you're going to get that 20, right? This is where we're headed to now. This zone in here, 15 to 20. I'm trying to get long ZB at 29 if it gets there. Maybe they buy them when we get rid of Europe at 11:30. What if we can get to 4,400 today? Guys, NASDAQ 14,002. That's where it's coming. Gold's headed to 43, 1943. We're up to 4,000 sellers. Anybody have any questions on our puts? Anybody still holding those puts? We're up 95% on TWLO. We're up 44% now on Square. We're up 53% on SMH and 36% on Qs. Nice job, Chuck. James. Nice. Nice job, Ozzy, on the NQ shorts. ES is coming. Crude is going to short probably before the 11 o'clock close. Any of my trials have any questions? There's crude short. This is trade number. Been a long time since I've seen 4 trades in crude. Guys, I think we can get to 13,800 today. Bottom of the cloud. Crude's going to jam me again. Yeah. Now crude flipped something about, there was an oil thing. Crude flipped back into a long. Filled target. News on oil. Targets filled. Crude can go 95.85 from here. If anybody took the earlier trade, you got your first target. It can now go 95.85. Watch the close over VWAP on crude. Targeting 2021 on ES, guys. 2021. That was this break here of 45. Support zone down in here. If we break 15, somewhere between 43.90 and 4,400 is your long. NASDAQ has come to 33. It's within 20 handles from there of potential support. But if this doesn't get back over 125, it has no shot tomorrow. Nothing like news, fellas. We'll wrap up in about 10 minutes, guys. For those of you that are with me at 1 o'clock, this should improve once we get rid of Europe. For those of you guys that are here on the first day of the trial, it's going to be a draw on the bots today. I'll go over all the bot trades. NASDAQ has really been our culprit today. NASDAQ, which was 14 of 17 last week, is just abysmal today. Russell, gold, ES, even crude on the losing trades quickly reversed into winning trades. Crude was a net winner. NASDAQ is our draw today. Let's see. I'm also watching a few other bots. If the NASDAQ and or ES have any shot, it'll be once we get rid of Europe, and they'll try to leave the sellers down here. I would like to see 77 tag, 977, and then the long. Doesn't look like bonds are going to get to my 29 for the long. You can try a long on the ES here at 35 with a 14 stop. It's 20 stinking handles. More than I'm interested in. NASDAQ has a shot at trading back to 94 and then 115. Buyers on the 3-minute for the last 4 candles, 516 in the candle that closed. I don't know what that means, Mimi. What does that mean? I see it long here, back up to 94 and 15, possibly 136. Yeah, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what the hell a voodoo line is. What does that mean? It means it's a short, it's a long. I don't know what that means. Got it. So it doesn't signify a trade, is that right? No, I understand, Deepak, that part. My question is, what do you do with it? Are you telling me it's a long, a short? Got it. Four minutes till the bots are done. Okay, thank you, Deepak. 4 minutes until the bots are done. And then I'm going to go over all of the bot trades. Two minutes, guys, top of the hour. I'll be right. It's 11 o'clock. Let's go over the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll start with gold. Let's start with the easy ones. Gold had 2 trades today, both winners. Trade number 1 at 6:30 this morning, target 1. Then trade number 2 at 7:12 this morning, targets 1, 2, and 3. I only trade the targets 1 and 2 in gold. Okay. This is not a bot sale. You'll see no targets or anything like that. That's just it, this particular indicator. So 2 for 2 on gold. ES took 1 trade today. First and second targets hit. ES was 1 for 1. So gold and ES are not our culprits. Russell was 3 for 3. Here's trade number 1 at 9:30 and 19 seconds after the market opened. Trade number 1, first target only winner. Trade number 2 at 10:21, also a first target only winner. And then trade number 3 at 10:35, all 3 targets hit. Now I do trade one off at each target on Russell. So Russell wasn't the cult. And frankly, rarely is. Here's crude, which also didn't hurt us. Trade number 1 was a short at 8:57, which immediately flipped into a long for a small loss and then got first and second targets. Net win here. Net win. Trade number 2, same thing. Short at 9:48, flipped into a long. First target only, small net loss. And then trade number 3, all 3 shorts failed, flipped back into a long, first and second target winners, net win. So we know on our down day, it had nothing to do with gold, ES, crude, or Russell. Here's the pig. So here is the NASDAQ, guys. So we started out okay, right? We started out okay. First trade this morning at 6:45 was a short that failed. I showed you this when we came in the room. Flipped into a long and got first target only. And then at 7:24, when we came in the room, we were in a short, got first target. And as I told you, I manually moved out to second target at 52 handles, which it clearly got. At this point, the bots are up. This is where we got shot. Trade number 3, long failed. Trade number, you can see this chop. This was the initial chop, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 failures. And then that winner. Now, I don't have this winner. I shut the bot off. When I said you guys may wish to shut your bots off, it's chopping around. Now, this would have been good for 82 and 50. So 82 and 52 handles. 82 plus 52 is 134 times 20, $2,680. Right? Now, again, I don't have that trade. $2,680 I do not have. Here's where the bots finished for me. Down 41.12 and 50 cents. $41.12.50. So had I left the ES on, 4112.5 minus, it would have been about under a $1,500 draw. So chalk that up to user error, but at the end of the day, $4,112 is where we start the week. The last 2 weeks we were up 91.77 and 10,990. We can live with a little bit of draw. We still have all week. I have no doubt the bot will be green. If anybody has any questions, feel free to email me. If you're on trial, I will be sending you this video. You can go back through it if you like. It will also be posted to YouTube and Vimeo within the next few hours. I wish you all a blessed day.